Earlier in our opening hour of this opening day of a new week on a Monday following the weekend that was in the NBA playoffs, we painted a path for the Boston Celtics that in the Eastern Conference, the best team in the NBA all year long really has a very favorable way to reach the NBA Finals once again. Boston is a minus 260 favorite to win the Eastern Conference title here entering round number 2. They have been an odds-on minus money favorite all postseason long in the association because not only how strong they have been all year, closing out Miami in 5 games, but because of how everything else in the Eastern Conference has laid out. The 2 best teams outside of Boston in the preseason from an Eastern Conference title price, Milwaukee and Philly, now have exited. Miami always has heat culture in the Eastern Conference playoffs, reaching the finals 3 of the past 4 years. They were bounced by Boston. That means the Knicks, the Pacers, and the Cavaliers, the teams left standing in the East, as well as the C's. And one of the reasons it's minus 260 for Boston when the Eastern Conference crown is because they are a minus 1,600 favorite to win their second round set against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Will it be as easy, DRS, as the odds makers expect it to be?
I do. I think it's a 5-game series here. You take a look at that plus 165 price here to end it in 5 games. I think that gentleman sweep, which, again, it's very hard to sweep a team. We understand that. And if there's any team you probably should have swept, it would have been the Miami Heat in round number 1. But even though the Heat didn't get swept, they needed that historic performance in game number 2 just to get a single victory. Now, do you think the Cleveland Cavaliers need historic performances to beat the Celtics? I don't think so, but I do think they get one of those games. And also, Jaren Allen, who missed the final 3 games of that series up against the Orlando Magic, we'll see for that rib injury. We'll see if he can play because that's another guy they're going to need on the court. But when you take a look at that previous series, it looked like it was tough to score in the half court. Celtics aren't going to have any problem scoring in the half court. It's what they do. They're superstars all the way across, even if Kristaps Porzingis does not play in this one. Minus 1,600. Am I looking forward to pay that? No. But I do think I'd rather pay the plus 165 saying it ends in a gentleman's sweep.
Absolutely so. There's 2 prices in the series correct score market. That means the team to win and in how many games, pairing up the 2 that are less than plus 450. The favored number, the shortest number, is Boston in 5 at plus 175. Second best price is Boston in the series sweep in only 4 games at plus 190. It is heavily skewed to the Celtics, and rightfully so. Total for game number 1 tomorrow night inside TD Garden, 209. Cleveland really struggled to score, and especially on the road in Orlando. Never 100 points in their 3 defeats against the Magic. They got to 96. That was their highest amount in game number 6. They did not break 90 in the first 2 games against Orlando in Orlando. I would lean under 209 for tomorrow night, or maybe just a Cavaliers team total under, because Boston is really sound defensively, and they know Donovan Mitchell is what is keeping Cleveland alive at this point. 89 combined points for Spida in the final 2 games of this series. Do I think it's a sweep? No, I think Cleveland's going to win 1. Do I think it's the gentleman's sweep, as Donnie alluded to? Yeah, probably so. And it's a story for Boston in this set, which will be the story for the Celtics the entirety of the NBA playoffs through the Eastern Conference run and into a potential NBA Finals. The Celtics are going to have home floor advantage the entire way. They're an 11-point home favorite. 11-point home favorite in game number 1. They are, Donnie, in 44 games this year at home, 39 in 5 straight up. 24-18-2 against the spread, booked as a favorite in all 44 in Beantown.
And by the way, I thought I saw a crazy statistic yesterday once the Cavaliers had closed out their series against the Magic, was something like they hadn't won a playoff series without LeBron James since like 1993 or something like that, which is so wild to even think about. But also, you do have that deep breath, that exhale, like, okay, we won our first round, now we get Boston, which really folds right into Boston, where they should probably hammer them in game number 1 because the Cavaliers might just be happy to be there. But also, if there is a correlation, as you pointed out, why even bet any of the Cavaliers on, just say, the money line and or with the point spread. Just take Donovan Mitchell because he can have a monster game and score 50 points like he did against the Magic and still lose that ball game. That's what they're going to need at. Just to be competitive, he's got to go just crazy every single night. We'll see if it happens.
27.5 is the points prop for Spida tomorrow. We'll preview game number 1 by the time we reach tomorrow.